This program is presented by the staff of Arkansas Transition Services. For more information, see us on the web at www.arkansastransition.com. Welcome to On Target with Transition. This series of videos will be looking at specific components of transition in Arkansas. In this video, we discuss alphabet soup. What do all these letters mean? So, you are sitting in a conference discussing transition, and you hear all these acronyms. What do they mean? Do they actually stand for something? It can get really confusing trying to keep up with all these letters, but we will try to make this a little clearer. We are going to look at some of the common acronyms that you might hear. There are many acronyms, and depending on the student, the disability, and the services being provided, you will hear and see a wide range of these acronyms. If there are others you would like explained or included in this segment, please let us know. Let's start at the top with the federal agencies. OSEP is the Office of Special Education Programs. They are dedicated to improving results for infants, toddlers, children, and youth with disabilities ages birth through 21 by providing leadership and financial support to assist states and local districts. OSERS is the Office of Special Education and Rehabilitation Services. They provide leadership to achieve full integration and participation in society of people with disabilities by ensuring equal opportunity and access to and excellence in education, employment, and community living. How about the laws? IDEA is the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act 2004. This is a law ensuring education services to children with disabilities throughout the nation. NCLB is the No Child Left Behind legislation, also called the Elementary and Secondary Education Act. It was written to close the achievement gap with accountability, flexibility, and choice so that no child is left behind. FAPE stands for Free and Appropriate Public Education, which is guaranteed by IDEA. LRE is Least Restrictive Environment, the part of IDEA that states a student who has a disability should have the opportunity to be educated with non-disabled peers to the greatest extent appropriate. And HIPAA is the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, which protects the privacy of individually identifiable health information. Are you confused yet? Let's go on to state agencies. ADE is the Arkansas Department of Education. ADCE is the Arkansas Department of Career Education. ADHE, the Arkansas Department of Higher Education, and DWS, the Department of Workforce Services. All of these have easily searched state websites. How about some other state agencies? SEU, the Special Education Unit of the Arkansas Department of Education. ATS, Arkansas Transition Services, though not a state agency, is a consulting group affiliated with the Special Education Unit of the Department of Education. They are a resource mainly working with special education teachers for all areas of transition across the state. ARS, Arkansas Rehabilitation Services, part of the Arkansas Department of Career Education, that has been charged with providing opportunities for Arkansans with disabilities to lead productive and independent lives. And AITP, the Arkansas Interagency Transition Partnership, a state interagency team comprised of representatives of all agencies involved in preparing, connecting, and receiving youth with disabilities as they transition from secondary school to post-school environments. If we haven't lost you yet, let's talk about DHS and their divisions. DHS, The Department of Human Services is Arkansas's largest state agency with many programs working to ensure citizens are healthy, safe, and enjoying a high quality of life. DCFS, the Division of Children and Family Services, is responsible for safety of children and youth in Arkansas. DCFS is responsible for child abuse and neglect prevention, protective, foster care, and adoptive programs. DBH, the Division of Behavioral Health, is responsible for ensuring the provision of public behavioral health services, including mental health and substance abuse prevention, treatment, and recovery services throughout the state of Arkansas. The division supports, certifies, licenses, and funds behavioral health providers throughout the state. DCSNS, the Division of Community Service and Nonprofit Support, formerly the Division of Volunteerism, strengthens community resources, volunteerism, and national service in Arkansas, and offers training, consulting, and information to all Arkansans. DDS, the Division of Developmental Disabilities Services, is responsible for the overall coordination of services for Arkansans with developmental disabilities. DSB, the Division of Services for the Blind, is dedicated to the independence of Arkansans who are blind or visually impaired, and is committed to the principle that these individuals have the right to make informed choices regarding where they live, where they work, how they participate in the community, and how they interact with others. And DYS, the Division of Youth Services, provides effective prevention, intervention, and treatment programs to give opportunities for success to families and children in Arkansas and to ensure public safety. Information on all these can be found on the Arkansas DHS website. There are also some other agencies that start with D. DSS, or Disability Support Services. This is a generic term for disability support in post-secondary institutions. Some colleges and technical schools may call this by a different name, but these offices work to support students in reaching their educational goals. DRC, the Disability Rights Center of Arkansas, is authorized to advocate for and protect human, civil, and legal rights of all Arkansans with disabilities consistent with federal law. And the DD Council, which is the Arkansas Governor's Developmental Disability Council. They support individuals with developmental disabilities in the achievement of independence, productivity, integration, and inclusion in the community. Those were some of the agencies. Now how about the paperwork? IEP, the Individualized Education Program, is designed to meet the special educational needs of one child in school. This is not to be confused with the IPE, or the Individualized Plan for Employment. This is a written plan outlining an individual's vocational goal and the services to be provided to reach that goal by Arkansas Rehabilitation Services. And the SOP, or Summary of Performance. This is a requirement of the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, and all students exiting school will receive one of these describing their disability, their current level of performance, and what accommodations and modifications were used to help the student succeed. If that wasn't enough, here are a few more odds and ends. NSTAC is the National Secondary Transition Technical Assistance Center, which has grants to provide transition resources across the country. ACTI, the Arkansas Career Training Institute, formerly known as the Hot Springs Rehabilitation Center, is a program under Arkansas Rehabilitation Services that is a comprehensive rehabilitation center whose mission is to provide comprehensive vocational rehabilitation services to persons with disabilities. SD is self-determination. Self-determination is the ability to make decisions and choices and set goals for oneself while understanding strengths and limitations. Self-determination activities may be done in the classroom to improve the self-determination, self-advocacy skills of the student. And TPI, the Transition Planning Inventory, and TSI, Transition Skills Inventory or Transition Student Interview, are examples of commonly used and commercially available transition assessments that may be used for some students. And finally, FMI. For more information, contact your area transition consultant or go to the ATS website at www.arkansastransition.com. You can also download the document, Develop a Taste for Alphabet Soup, from the Governor's DD Council website at the link below.